It just sort of evolved that we decided we'd do a program of all female composers, and composers maybe you'd have heard of. That piece was by Lili Boulanger. Lili Boulanger was the younger sister of Nadia Boulanger, a very famous teacher and composer, but mostly teacher of a lot of famous composers, actually. Lili Boulanger was quite sickly as a child, but very, very talented, very gifted. Won the first woman to win the Prix de Rome in composition, ever to win the Prix de Rome in composition when she was 19. She had all kinds of physical problems, stomach tuberculosis, and she was dead by the time she was 24. Yeah, left us with some wonderful music, and that was a piece by Lili Boulanger. The next piece is, what is it? Oh yeah, Clara Schumann. Clara Schumann was the wife of Robert Schumann. Robert Schumann married her when she was 19, he was about 29, and they were partners until, well, they were partners, then and always, composition, performing, everything about them was a partnership, until he developed mental illness and put himself in an institution. But she continued to write music, to concertize. She had a concert career spanning 61 years. She concertized it. People wrote music for her. She consulted. She was good friends with Brahms. They were Brahms. He was somewhat younger. They were friends until he died. And she just wrote all kinds of music. Wrote a piano concerto. Robert Schumann wrote the piano concerto, his piano concerto for her. And then she wrote a piano concerto as well. Wrote a lot of music. Mostly chamber music, piano music, but some choral music, and this is a couple of pieces of choral music that she wrote. If you haven't seen, yes, you do have translations, so you can see what these songs are about. Maddalena Casulana, Renaissance composer, the first woman in the history of Western music to have a book of her music published. Masterworks. She was a lutenist, she was a composer, and a performer, singer. And this is maybe her most famous madrigal, very typical of the style. If you look at the poem, it's like super, very dark, very dark, very, strong emotions, right? But beautiful, beautiful music, and we think she was from near Siena. We don't know exactly, we don't know much about her life, but she appears to have been near Siena based on her name, her name is similar to a place near Siena, so we think that's where she was from. But she was a well-respected composer. Other composers, well-known composers, Orlando Di Lasso conducted her music, so she was well-respected, and as I say, the first woman to have music published in the Western world. Meredith Monk. Meredith Monk is still alive. She is an icon in American music, world music as well. She's pioneered all kinds of interesting techniques in music, combining music, choreography, drama, extended vocal techniques. In other words, using the voice in unusual ways. She goes around. She still performs. She's still, very much active, even at her age. I think she's 80-something now. But again, a real pioneer of American music. This piece is a long piece, so sit back, relax, enjoy it. I'm going to ask a favor, and that is, because of the mood of the piece, you'll see, let's not applaud at the end of this piece. We'll take a break. When we come back, you can applaud for that piece after we come back from the break, if that's okay. So enjoy this piece and pretend that night is falling, even though it's not quite yet. Renaissance woman in the real sense of the word, except much before the Renaissance. She was a healer, she was a writer, she was a composer, she was a teacher. She composed the largest body of chant by one person that we know of in Western music, a large body of plain chant. She also wrote the words for most of the chant, which is also not always what composers at that time did. The music this is an arrangement by another composer, Felicia Sandler, who's also a composer in her own right, but has managed, I think, to take that chant melody you heard at the beginning and turn it into a modern and yet medieval kind of a choral piece, even though that's not what they would have done in the medieval time. It certainly preserves the mood and the character of the chant. So, nice piece. Two more pieces. Next two pieces are by Rosephanye Powell. Rosephanye Powell is also a very much living composer. She is well known. She's mostly a choral composer, mostly sacred music. She composes music in 3 different styles, she says. One style is gospel music. And we're not doing a piece of gospel music. Not that I have anything against gospel music, it's just we had to make some choices. And so, she considers gospel music a popular style, using popular vocal techniques. Then the other 2 styles she writes in are styles that are African-American spirituals, either arrangements of African-American spirituals or pieces that are in the style of African-American spirituals, and then we're going to be doing one of those, the second piece. And the first piece we're doing is a piece she considers a European-style motet, a sacred piece in her own musical style. You wouldn't mistake it for a piece of European music necessarily, because it's definitely her own style. Elements of minimalism and some jazz and things like that thrown in. Very interesting piece, probably the piece that brought her really to the forefront as an American composer. This piece, the first piece you're going to hear, The Word Was God. So 2 pieces by Rosephanye Powell.
chanted there in West African. The words are, Boka Haya Haya means something terrible has happened.
And nuovo vinovo means something has happened to mothers. Hear those words. One more time. The Secret Garden is musical, written by Lucy Simon, the older sister of Carly Simon. Wrote a couple of musicals, performed with Carly Simon, but a theater and popular music composer. And this song is from The Secret Garden. It is a scene where we have Colin, Archie, the father, is by the bedside of his son Colin, who he believes mistakenly to be ill. Colin is not allowed out of bed, and no one sees him, except for the doctor who only sees him during the day. So every night, Archie, the father, comes and reads to his son, whom he has really never even spoken to for years and years and years. The son is asleep all the time. Let's see. When we left off last night, the hideous dragon had captured the maid and taken her back to his cave by moonlight. He gnashed his teeth, breathed his fire. The heath quaked, and we trembled in fear. I said, someone must save this sweet raven-haired maiden, though surely the cost will be steep. So we lads all drew lots, our insides tied in knots, and I won, and the rest went to sleep. So I picked up my staff, and I carried it back, and I followed the smoke to his cave. And I bid him come out. Yea, forsooth, I did shout, ye fool dragon, be gone, or behave. And then under my breath, I uttered a charm, said to make the worst fiend to become kind. Knaves and knights of dire plights, how diminish his sights. And it worked, and the dragon went blind. And he charged off the cliff howling mad, and he died, and the maiden accepted my ring. And then you came along and were brave, bold, and strong. So in thanks every night now I sing. Race you to the top of the morning. Come sit on my shoulders and ride. Run and hide, I'll come and find you. Climb hills to remind you I love you, my boy, at my side. Now another foul dragon's appeared. I must leave you, he's scorching our land with his breath. This one dares me, he taunts me, he scares me, he haunts me. Once again, we must fight to the death. But to God I could stay and instead slay your dragon, this beast that sits hunched on your back. Would God I could tear him away from your bed, or cut off or tear off his terrible head, or breathe on my fire on him till he was dead, or beg him to spare you and take me instead. As it is, I must leave you in care of my brother, the wizard who lives on the hill, who has promised his heart will soon pierce through the heart of this dragon that's keeping you ill. And I know that your mother, God bless her, would want you to do as he says and grow strong. And you know that as soon as I can, I'll return. So be brave, son, and know that I long to race you to the top of the morning. Come sit on my shoulders and ride. Run and hide, I'll come and find you. Climb hills to remind you I love you. I love you, my boy, at my side. So it's time for another fairy tale. This is Once Upon a, these two next pieces are, the last two pieces are from Once Upon a Mattress, which is the story of the Princess and the Pea, written by Mary Rogers, the son of the great Richard Rogers, and she was quite great in her own right. She wrote a couple of musicals, the most famous, Once Upon a Mattress, which was the starring and breakout role for Carol Burnett. you can imagine. And she wrote the kids' book Freaky Friday and a number of other children's books. Let's see, I just want to thank Bob, of course. Thank you. Peter, our webmaster. Dora. Let's see, and of course, Manolo, our technical support, who helps set up the room. And Madeline, our department chair is here somewhere. So, Once Upon a Mattress is the story of the Princess and the Pea, and it's about Princess Winifred, who comes to the castle trying to win the heart of the prince, and then once she marries the prince, then everybody can get married, because nobody get married. So we're doing a couple songs, they're kind of out of order the way they are in the show, but the first we'll see Princess Winifred getting ready for bed before her ordeal of going to lie down and see if she can feel the pea, right? So she's getting ready for bed at this point, and she's, has some doubts. She's not an ordinary princess, she's a tough cookie, this princess, but this is her moment of having a couple of little doubts. This is the first show actually I ever conducted, probably 40 years ago. This is the first show I ever did, so I won't swap my outfit. So, our Princess Winifred.
And so the young Prince Waldir, after having slain the dragon Fafnir, rescued the Princess Frigga, and together they mounted on his horse Trigga and rode off to the castle Gondoliera, where they were all married and lived happily ever after. Well, I'm glad. They all lived happily, happily, happily ever after. The couple is happily leaving the chapel eternally tied. As the curtain descends, there is nothing but loving and laughter. When the fairy tale ends, the heroine's always a bride. Ella, the girl of the cinders, didn't wash the walls of the winters, but she landed a prince who was brawny and blue-eyed and blonde. Still, I honestly doubt that she could ever have done it without that crazy lady with the wand. Cinderella had outside help. I have no one but me. Fairy godmother, 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 where can you be? I haven't got a fairy godmother. I haven't even got a godmother. I have a mother, a plain, ordinary woman. Snow White was so pretty, they tell us that the queen was insulted and jealous. But the mirror declared that Snow White was the fairest of all. She was dumped on the border, but was saved by some men who adored her. A white grand shoes. They were small, but there were 7 of them, practically a regiment. I'm alone in the night, by myself, not a dwarf, not an elf, not a goblin in sight. That girl had 7 determined little men working for her day and night. Oh sure, the queen gave her a poison apple. Even so, she lived happily, happily, happily ever after. The magical kiss counteracted the apple eventually. Though I
Here we see Prince Dauntless, who's just been informed that the latest person who tried to become the princess who's going to marry him has been kicked out. She didn't pass the test. This is before we meet Winifred, actually. This is very, very beginning of the show.
Again, so just